thing. Delays from just before Mayfair Road all the way up to Burleigh. A couple of broken down vehicles on 4394 as you're making your way between the Plainfield Curve and Beecher. Overall, not looking too bad, though. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, sunny and pleasant, a high of 61. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 50. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Good Karma Brand Station.
Showtime.
The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Bush hits a high fly to right. Sal Frelick on the ivy. It's gone. 2-1 pitch. Lined into right, a base hit. That'll score at least one. Tucker waved around third. Frelick's throw goes to second. It's 3-1 Chicago, and Pete Crow Armstrong's 2-run single. Fly ball to right. Back is Frelick on the warning track. Frelick slides, and he made the catch.
Quintana looks at second in the 0-2 delivery. And I think he went around. They appealed to third. He did. It was a breaking ball down in the dirt, and Pete Crow Armstrong has both hands up and is barking at Ryan Blakeney right now. And Lockridge bunting. He bunts it up the first baseline. Played by Bush, and they're going to have Durbin in a rundown between home and third. Durbin on his way back to third. Now heading home. He's going to stay in the rundown long enough. Finally falls down and is tagged out by Bush.
Keller's opening pitch. Ground ball sharply hit. Horner has it on a dive. Gets up, throws to first, and the Cubs off the mat survive in Game 3 and force a fourth game tomorrow night at Wrigley.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamora. Here's Jen Latta.
All right, that did not go according to plan. Pretty early on, too. Did not go according to plan. Quinn Priester cannot get out of the first inning yesterday. They give up 4 runs to the hometown team, and the Brewers end up losing 4-3 in Game 3. I'm not panicking, but it was a little uninspiring. It was uninspiring because of the pitching performance. It was uninspiring because of the hitting performance. There were some good things. You know, Jose Quintana, tip of the cap. Tough spot for him to be put in, kind of dropped in on a day that they thought that Quinn Priester was going to be the answer, and he just was not. Gabe, I will begin with you. Your reaction to the Brewers losing to the Cubs yesterday in Game 3 of the NLDS, now giving the Cubs some life, now giving the Cubs some momentum. You're back at Wrigley Field. That was an electric environment. It was very, very obvious those Cubs fans were enjoying the moment, and they're going to be equally amped, if not more so, tonight with a chance to send this sucker back to Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's why it's important to kind of get off to a fast start. That's not what they did yesterday. Right, especially after scoring 1 run in the first inning. If they hold them to nothing, if Quinn Priester could throw strikes on a consistent basis, and that was his issue, he just couldn't find the zone, and he missed the zone. He was all out of there. That crowd shuts down pretty quick, and then you're able to kind of add on and take the crowd out of it, and that's the same thing you have to do. Whatever the game plan was for yesterday, it's kind of the same thing today. You just need better pitching execution in the first couple of innings to slow down this offense, because the Cubs. A lot of the runs, whether it's been the Cubs or the Brewers, have been scored in the first halves of these games. So it's about getting to that starting pitcher and knocking him out of the game.
And Craig Counsell said as much when he was interviewed by Lauren Jabara in the in-game interview. Chew, what did you think of the loss? Was there anybody you wanted to lay the loss at the feet of?
First off, I thought it was a great game.
Yeah.
I mean, it came down to the end. It was a very exciting game. But you got to blame Priester. You can't get knocked out in the first inning because, that just put stress on the bullpen. And we kind of know what they're going to do today. My guess is Peralta's going to go. But like Gabe said, man, if you can weather the storm with the Cubs early on in the game, they did nothing really.
They literally did nothing after that.
4 in the first.
Yep.
And then nothing.
That was
you know?
And the Brewers sort of chipped away to
And
your
the
point.
Brewers
In the seventh inning, it's a one-run game.
chances.
Oh, did they have chances?
They had the bases loaded.
Yes.
They had the bases loaded there at the end of the game. You just got to. But I'm with you, Jen. I am not stressed if we're doing the Seinfeld scale. I don't even know if I'm yada yada yada. I'm fine. But the problem is, if it doesn't work out today, I'm going from yada 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 to pulling my hair out.
You go all the way up?
You just skip. Yeah, you skip because that means Game 5 is coming back to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
But I think that's the way you have to be. I mean, Priester, I mean, credit to the kid. I mean, rookie, making your first postseason start on the road.
In your hometown.
Yeah.
The moment got to him.
Elimination game.
Moment got to him. Murph said as much. He said as much. So he wears some of it. But, man, I don't know why Brandon Lockridge was starting yesterday. And then he ended up at bat in a pretty key situation. Earlier in the game, you have runners at the corners. A run just scored because Bauer singled home a run. It's 4-2. You've got a chance to cut that down to a run. And the only thing you trust Lockridge to do is bunt.
Well, but again, Murph said after the game he's their best bunter. So he should have been.
Bunting situation.
But I'm saying he should have been able to handle that situation. I think Murphy was playing the matchups, wasn't he? Wasn't that the idea of just trying to go against?
No, I mean, Lockridge hasn't. He literally hadn't. His last major league at bat was the day before Micah Parsons became a Packer.
I'm just talking lefty-righty situation against the Cubs starter.
Perkins is a switch hitter.
But I think he wanted to keep Perkins as a switch hitter, as he did for later in the game, depending on what the pitching situation was for the Cubs.
But then he's still in that situation to bat left or bat right.
You think he overthought it?
You
think Murphy overthought it?
Cute. Yeah, he got cute. He 100% got cute by starting Brandon Lockridge.
Yeah, he had a great at-bat, though.
He had a great at-bat. But if you don't trust a guy, Chew, this is like
I
a
get
key
it.
third down situation.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, if we put in Malik Heath because he's our best blocker, they're going to think we're going to run it. Then we're going to throw it to him. Well,
I agree.
Why don't just have Romeo Dobbs run the slant? You know what I'm saying? Like you overthought it, and not that I don't trust Murph. This was just a mistake I think he made in this situation. Because in that situation, I trust Perk to lift the ball to the air into the outfield, drive in that run, get a sac fly, and Perk is fast enough where he can potentially beat out a ground ball too if there's a double play possibility. So not having Perk in that situation, especially because Perk's had some moments already in this series where he's proven himself, I thought that was you're overthinking it. A guy who hasn't been on your major league roster for a month, presumably put on this roster to be a pinch runner, which actually could play a bigger role as well, because I was wishing after Churio had that double that we had somebody to run for him, but we didn't because Lockridge started the game. And that he's on this roster to do one thing, and that's be a pinch runner, potentially a defensive replacement late. He's not on the roster because of his bat. And having Perk in that specific situation at the plate, I think would have been more advantageous for the Brewers.
And again, you can always second guess if the team loses. Again, I was second guessing the Ashby decision earlier in this series, and they ended up winning that game. So obviously, it's going to get amplified when they lose the game. I think your point is well made about just getting cute, Joshy, because I think he was absolutely playing matchups. He was saying righty versus lefty, but to your point, Blake Perkins could go both ways, and he could have been, just step into the batter's box from the right hand side on this particular matchup. The only thing I will say is, go ahead.
The thing with Brandon Lockridge is he's not like Isaac Collins. It's like a fringe MLB guy.
Yeah.
To me, there's a difference there. Like, if you have a guy you believe in and he probably should have a spot on most rosters, then that's fine. A guy who probably doesn't have a whole lot of right to be here,
well, and it
getting
feels
the start in an elimination game, not right.
If they win one of the next two games, I'm assuming they're going to go to 13 pitchers, and
Right.
Lockridge is going to be off the
But
roster.
let me ask you guys a question. Like, when you saw the lineup, again, I know, Gabe, your initial reaction was that Churio was going to be out
Yes.
if Lockridge was in, and then we saw that Churio was in the lineup still. So, you're, as you mentioned, it was Blake Perkins who was actually out. Did you second guess it at that moment, or
Yes.
was it only afterward?
I will show you every text I sent questioning Brandon Lockridge being in the starting lineup yesterday.
But again,
Yeah,
Murph has been pretty good about this stuff.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
he made a mistake. Again, Murph's not perfect. He made a mistake. Do I still implicitly trust Murph with whatever plan he's going to put together today? Yes. But this was one that he just maybe got away from him because he wanted to get the kid a start.
Could we argue, based on what we know about the way Quinn Priester performed in the Cubs lineup, that you should just go Quintana there instead of Priester.
Sure, you could argue that Quintana should have started. He's played in Chicago. He's handled that type of scene, that type of situation.
Right. And just in game 2, you clearly were afraid of what could happen to Quinn Priester against the Cubs lineup. So you went
at home.
Right. So you went to the opener, and then you went to the Miz. Should Quintana just have gotten the ball there and we said, hey, Quinn, we're going to need you in the NLCS and you're going to be a part of this team as far as they go, but this just isn't your matchup.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot to ask of him because the matchup things, because the Cubs do a lot of damage on sinkers, which is the primary pitch for Quinn Priester. And then the emotions of starting your first playoff game in your hometown.
A lot.
Yeah, it was asking a lot of Quinn Priester.
Like, I understand why you trust him. He was so good throughout the course of the regular season.
Yeah.
Literally won 19 games in a row they started.
But the reality is the reality. That lineup is made to hit what he does the best.
Yeah.
And that's just a simple matter of the fact.
And it doesn't help that you can't throw strikes.
That is going to make it infinitely harder.
Makes it a lot harder. And the thing with him and Mears in the first inning, the most frustrating thing is when they missed by a lot. It's not like that was just such a close pitch. It was, that's nowhere near the zone. That's easy to lay off for these guys.
Hey,
and then when it was in the zone, they were just able to tee off.
Who do you blame the wild pitch on? That brought in a run.
Oh, that brought in a run?
Because Contreras was clearly moving.
Because the runner was going.
Throw down to second.
Yeah. And, I mean.
Do you blame him, or do you just get in front of the ball there and say, screw the runner?
I mean, you're a professional pitcher, Nick Mears. Maybe you don't throw one halfway through the left-handed batter's box.
So you don't blame
Contreras? No, that's 100% on Mears.
Okay.
So who do you want on the hill today? Because I got to be honest, I'm all in on Steady Freddy.
Yeah, I want Freddy.
All in on Freddy Peralta.
I want Freddy. But I'm wondering.
Another elimination game. Just go with your best guy, especially if you're comfortable with him on this number of rest, right? It's 4 days versus 5.
So this would be considered regular rest if you have a 5-man rotation because it's been 4 days. But the Brewers at different points liked to go to a 5-man, kind of give that extra off day. They'd been giving that quite a bit, especially when they were playing the 19 games in 18 days. So I don't know if they're looking at this going, hey, is he better off getting that extra rest and going game 5? And if we close this out, then we have Freddy to go game 1, so he's our 1-5 guy. Or do we go with another opener? Because Robert Gasser is the one guy who has not yet pitched for the Brewers. And if he gets that opener call, try to get 3 innings out of him and then cobble together the final 6.
Ooh, again, you have to, you make a great point. You do have to plan for a game 5 elimination game situation. Who do you want out there for that? But also the chance to shut the Cubs down. It feels like having Freddy Peralta out there gives you your best chance to do so, no?
Yeah, I think the fact that there's no one you're really afraid of from the Cubs starting pitching staff in that game 5, I think you feel pretty good about it. And, isn't this just a trust your horse type situation?
I would think so.
We've got the guy. He's been the guy all year. Let's do what we do, trust who we trust, and let the cards fall how they may.
I would think so, Joshy, but if that was the case, wouldn't he have just stepped up? Wouldn't Murph just step up and go, hey, Freddy's our guy tomorrow?
Yeah, they've been playing Jackson Chourio was also potentially not playing yesterday, and then there he is immediately, and he has a big double, digs it out, and looks fine the whole way. They're clearly playing the mind. I think this is because Barry Alvarez on the Barry Alvarez show that they do in Madison said that, and we talked about it, that he's much like a football coach.
Yeah.
This is a lot of football coach stuff.
100%.
The whole, the faking people out and being obscure about injuries, this is really...
Having Quinn Priester
get up in game 1.
Just doing long toss in the outfield like he's getting ready to throw for game 2.
I don't feel like
game 2.
I don't feel like this happens that often in baseball. And Murph is pulling every single string to get every small advantage.
I have to imagine it's because they feel, and you tell me if I'm wrong, Chew, the margin between these two teams is thin. I know we talked yesterday about the Brewers are the better team, the better collective, and I still agree with that. But Murph is saying, look, we played them tight all year long. The series was tight between these two teams. And speaking of, I got Freddy Peralta splits up here in front of me. Freddy Peralta versus the Cubs in 2025. He got a win on May 4th. He got a win on June 19th. The one outlier of the games this year was that June 30th game where he has an 11.25 ERA against the Cubs in that game. But otherwise, pretty stellar outings from Freddy against the Cubs this year.
3-1 against the Cubs, sub-3 ERA. He was, I mean, again, you just go back to what he did in game 1. Yeah, he gave up a couple of solo home runs. That's what Freddy does. But he was, when you tie a franchise record for strikeouts in a postseason game, I think you were pretty good in game
Do you
1.
get as granular, and I haven't checked the wind report, but if it's a blowing out day, are you scared of Freddy in that spot?
Because he gives up a few
Gives him
more fly
something
balls?
to hit.
Yeah. Because he is prone to, if he has issues, it's via the big fly.
Yeah, ball's going to get up and start to carry a little bit if it's blowing out.
But didn't it feel like
honestly,
could that be a difference maker?
It would not be shocking if that was a difference maker for Murph, the way that he can get that granular on decision making.
Of course, Quinn Priester is their ground ball pitcher, isn't he? And
Yeah. To me,
he didn't throw that many pitches yesterday.
To me, didn't it feel like the Cubs had kind of their balls in their throat? They were just hanging on and praying that they could get out of there with a win.
late in the game, especially.
Yeah.
Where the Brewers 2 wins were in hand.
Yeah, emphatic.
That's why I'm not concerned.
I felt we were watching a Cubs team that were thinking the whole time, oh, God, are we going to let them back into this?
Yeah, how are we going to beat this?
Looking at everybody on the bench and the way even Craig Counsell, it was, you could tell they felt the footsteps.
Man, I tell you, if Quinn Priester could have just thrown strikes, especially the way they scored the run in the first inning with the awkward infield fly, not infield fly thing, like just some Brewers luck going their way. That I could just see them going, well, I guess this isn't going to go our way. They got that. We lost the ball in the sun.
Yeah.
They end up scoring a run off of it. They could have just buried him if Quinn Priester could have just thrown strikes.
For all of the negative reaction to the Miz's reaction after he closed out that inning, a bunch of Cubs fans were like, look at this loser, look at this guy. Yeah, he's acting like they just won the World Series. Pete Crow Armstrong is quite dramatic.
Oh, he's
quite dramatic.
He is a child.
I was like, you got mad about
annoying.
the Miz celebrating that inning? And this is your guy? This is your king? I was very surprised when I saw that reaction. And, of course, I told you guys, I was at the game for Game 2, so I didn't get to see him have his little temper tantrum in the dugout that everybody saw on the broadcast. But I saw it after the fact, and then I was like, how in the world could you have that reaction to the Miz celebrating his success when this guy is doing this stuff all of the time?
And I get so annoyed by the announcers just because he's Willie Mo Pena. It's just like every time Jackson Crow, whatever the hell is. The only reason they say it is because there's 3 names.
Peter Crow? Wasn't that your nickname for him earlier this year?
Yeah. Am I right?
And listen, and I had seen the reaction on social media to Ron Darling calling this series for TBS, TNT, depending on where you're watching it. So yesterday was the first time I was actually watching. I was watching the first game on the airplane. I told you guys that. Was at Game 2. This is the first time I was watching the broadcast. It was unwatchable.
Yeah, he's not very
how much he is praising. I kept that clean for y'all.
You wanted to say a word that started with a G. You can say glazing.
Oh, you can. Okay. The amount.
I appreciate the growth from you to self-censor.
The praising of the Cubs and the Cubs fans and all. It was very lopsided. And I usually don't criticize broadcasters.
The praise felt effusive, especially when things are going well for him.
I know. I wanted to punch the guy. I wanted to punch the guy to the left of the plate. How annoying. I mean, if he was a buddy of mine, I would have told him to shut the hell up. You know what guy I'm talking about?
Was it the one who would raise his arms and tell the Cubs fans to get up when they were sitting down and stuff?
Kept chirping, had the hat on.
That might be my least favorite guy. To try and get everyone else in the section to stand. Calm down. We know when the right time to stand to get fired up is.
Yeah.
I get it.
Especially if you're plopping down all the money for those playoff tickets.
At least Marlins man wasn't there.
Pretty locked
Didn't have to see all that orange sticking out in a sea of blue.
I know, but we can't really talk that much when Front Row Amy has been on those broadcasts the last few times.
Yeah, but she's
Yeah.
An actual fan.
Yeah.
Marlins man just wears Marlins gear to random games to get attention.
Okay, fair enough. We'll take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Still a lot of stuff to get to. We will continue breaking down the loss yesterday, talk about how we hope today's game goes. If we're hoping that there will be an announcement about the starting pitcher, we will, of course, let you know if that comes across. But next, we'll talk to Jason Wilde about your Green Bay Packers, who obviously have a game this weekend. It is that time of year.
Milwaukee, here's your plan for Saturday. October 11th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Join Mentality as they're hosting a health fair at 2323 North Mayfair Road, Suite 104 in Wauwatosa. It's all about your health, our community, and giving back. You'll get a free cognitive test, the first FDA-approved brain health test of its kind, done in just 10 minutes, and you can get lab testing with a donation. Plus, Mentality will have exciting giveaways, including game tickets, and best of all, this event is supporting Ignite the Spirit, helping Milwaukee's firefighters and their families. Mentality clinics are backed by science and delivered with care, giving men a discreet and reliable way to unlock peak performance. Don't miss it. It's Mentality's Health Fair, coming up this Saturday, October 11th from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. at 2323 North Mayfair Road in Wauwatosa. Come for your health and help support those who serve our city.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
Westbound 94, seeing delays going right through the stadium, interchange to about Mitchell Boulevard. And then you're back on the brakes from Sunny Slope Road all the way out to about Calhoun. Eastbound's backing up from 84th Street to Hawley Road. Northbound 41, a slow ride from Mayfair Road all the way up to Capitol. The southbound side's backed up from the county line down to Good Hope Road. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, sunny and pleasant, a high of 61. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 50. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Catholic Memorial Football lives here.
To the outside, he's gonna sneak it in the end zone.
This Friday, the Crusaders are on the road against Wauwatosa East.
For the third time tonight, DWJ.
Crusaders football is brought to you by R&R Insurance, D&M Accounting and Consulting Services, Curative Care, Home Sealed Exteriors, and Tony Wendorf and Associates. Tune in Friday at 7 on 94.5 ESPN and live video at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S. And they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit LakelandSupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
Wisconsin sports fans, Brian Balaga here from my friends at Surfside. Football season is back, and we're bringing you your tailgate must-have. There's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your home team. Made with real vodka and real brewed tea, Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Ask for it at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Your fantasy roster is set. The Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Ready, down, put. All Packers, all the time.
He was a field-tilting player, and the reason why Gabe and many others are so concerned is that this guy's on the field, he changes the offensive dynamic. They are a different offense when he is there.
Okay, most of the time.
You know, Homer calls Matt LaFleur soft all the time. Matt LaFleur is like Vince Lombardi compared to me.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Brought to you by Exterior Pros. Ready to tackle your home improvement project this year? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. Visit extpros.com. Also brought to you by Lakeland Supply. Lakeland Supply is in business to make your business better. Set up a free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com.
Taking a break from taking a break from Brewers to get the Packers news out of our friend and teammate Jason Wilde. Good morning, Jason. How are you today?
I'm good. How's everybody?
We're fine. Not panicking. Just,
No, of course not.
Not panicking. Would like for Murph to treat this one, though, like a big deal as opposed to a random game in May. Let's get to the Packers. Yesterday, an injury report came out, and I'm going to be honest with you, a lot more names on it after a bye than I was hoping for. What was your reaction? Biggest takeaway from the injury report the Packers put out yesterday?
Yeah, Jordan Love's also got an ankle issue now, along with his left thumb, which continues to heal. I think it's important to say that, yes, there were more names on there, but only 2 guys didn't practice at all. To me, the biggest question is whether Zach Tom and Aaron Banks are going to play or not. They were limited in their participation. It's good that they're practicing. I did not get to talk to Zach Tom yesterday after practice, though. Ask him how it went taking on a bull rush in pads because, again, he did not do that heading into Cleveland, and he lasted 1 snap. So it'll be interesting to see if he's able to do something significant again today, and then we'll talk to him after practice. But I think that's the most important thing on that list is those 2 guys and whether they're going to be able to play or not.
Jason, what do you think Christian Watson's target game is to return?
Really good question. I think his target game is Sunday. Mm-hmm. I would hope that they are smart enough to protect him from himself and not have him out there. Rob did that thing about the number of days between the injury and when guys return to practice. But if you notice, those guys did not return to game action right away. So I mean, there's part of me, they do kind of like having guys come back when they're at home. Mm-hmm. But Christian Watson tore his ACL at home, so it's not like the surface is appreciably safer for him. So I would be surprised if he plays on Sunday. I don't know if Arizona is the target or if Pittsburgh is, but it's I don't know, man. Like, it's great that he's back this quickly, but I personally would use all of that 21-day window before I put him out there.
Our conversations with Jason Wilde brought to you by Lakeland Supply. They're in business to make your business better. Set up a free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com. Jason, the bye week always famously a time to self-scout for the coaching staff. What do you think the biggest takeaway and biggest lessons learned for them was?
Yeah, the number one is they've got to get more takeaways. I mean, they just have to. I wrote about this last night. The old saying about you get what you emphasize in the NFL. I mean, we've talked about this. They've emphasized the heck out of it, and yet they only have 2 takeaways, both interceptions, to show for it. So I think that, we'll have Bisaccia and Halfley and Steno today, but I think that's one thing that they are definitely talking about. I talked to Xavier McKinney about it some more. I talked to him on Monday, and then we talked to him again yesterday. So that's the focus there. The other thing is LaFleur used the phrase, we got punked, which I didn't expect when it comes to their inability to protect on kicks, field goals. So I'll be curious to kind of want to ask Bisaccia, why do you, in Matt LaFleur's words, you got punked. Why have you gotten punked twice in protection on kicks? And do you think you fixed it? I just think the word punked is fun.
Jason, what is the best explanation you can find for the lack of takeaways this year?
I don't know. I don't have one, and that was kind of how I crafted my story because I asked LaFleur, Xavier McKinney, Rashawn Gary, and Evan Williams, and none of them had an answer. I mean, I'm serious when I say that, the old that adage in the NFL is true. Like Chewy will tell you, like if Holmgren would focus on something, it would usually get done. Now, the problem with the NFL is that you only have a finite amount of time, so you can't emphasize everything because you just don't have enough time to do that. But if there are things that you are putting an emphasis on, usually the results follow. And, I mean, these guys, they put a siren in the meeting room. They're so focused on doing this. And yet still it hasn't resulted in anything. So I think it's probably fluky. Like, if you look at what they're doing, I mean, the Cowboys game, look, their defense was not very good. But if you look at what they're doing, there's a lot of punching at the ball, a lot of swinging. So they are doing what they're preaching. They just haven't been able to get results. And on the flip side, look, maybe the league has changed. I know, the league's different in a lot of ways since Chewy played, but maybe the Packers only have 2 turnovers in 4 games, right? I mean, the interception that Love threw in Cleveland and the fumble he had before halftime in Dallas. Like, maybe it's just become a lot harder to turn the ball over or get teams to turn the ball over. Of course, the Jacksonville Jaguars have 14, so apparently it hasn't been hard for them.
Jason, you think there's a chance we see more veterans taking part in special teams?
Yeah, so I know, I think the weird thing is like Aaron Banks is dealing with his groin injury, but I think they're going to put even more starters into their field goal protection group. Aaron Banks basically said, look, it's a 2-second play. So that's not that big of an ask for us to do that. At the same time, it's a really important 2 seconds. I mean, that's you get that block, that's a 3-point swing, or in the case of the extra point, it was a 3-point swing because they actually scored 2 points off of it. So I would think that that's part of the equation. The question I have is on the return game. Like, what are they going to continue with Savion Williams and Matthew Golden? Because when I asked Bisaccia about that before the Dallas game, he's like, look, the theory is basically live with the growing pains. They'll come out on the other side, and they'll be really good at this because we think they have the athleticism and the ball skills and everything else. So far, I mean, the Dallas game, Savion Williams not fielding those kickoffs, that was a major blunder, and he did it repeatedly. Like, he broke the rule about how, they want guys to make new mistakes. And for him to do that, I assume that he's learned his lesson, but those guys have got to be better. They're not getting really anything out of their return game. They've gotten those kicks blocked. Their coverage unit's been mid. Like, they just that they have to get things going there because it's right back to the way it's always been in Green Bay. Well, as long as it doesn't hurt us. It's never an advantage. It's always just, well, we just don't want it to be a negative. And I kind of feel like it's been a negative so far.
Jason, one of the guys who did not practice yesterday, Devontae Wyatt, when can we expect him back? And is he secretly one of the most important players on that defense because of their lack of depth at defensive tackle?
Yeah, apparently. I mean, they can't stop anybody once he goes out of the game.
All the points scored after he left.
Yeah. Again, I don't know if there's causation there. But, yeah, he's an important piece. And LaFleur said he's week to week. He ain't playing Sunday, I wouldn't think. I'd be stunned by if suddenly we go and he's at practice today. So I think it's at least this week and maybe several weeks. And, he's dealt with injury issues himself, right? Like, his rookie year, he was kind of limited in his opportunities. And then, last year, he hurts his ankle. He was off to a gangbuster start, hurts his ankle, and he's not the same player after that. And then he was finally getting healthy toward the end of the year, and their season ended. So now he's got this knee thing. I'm curious, not only when will he be back, as you asked, but when he does come back, has he figured out a way to be productive even when you're not 100%? Because so much of this league is predicated on that, as Chewy has told us many times.
Always great insight from Jason Wilding. If you haven't read his article yet on channel3000.com, he is talking about the turnover troubles of the Green Bay Packers. With this nugget, the only team in the league with fewer takeaways is the 0-5 New York Jets, who have gone 5 games without forcing a single turnover.
Sick. It's so sick.
So good.
So sick.
Great company. Jason, we appreciate you as always. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right, everybody, take care. Be good.
That is not a team you want to be in the same conversation as. The 0-5 New York Jets. The only team in the league with fewer takeaways than the Green Bay Packers is the 0-5 Jets, who have gone 5 games without forcing a single turnover. That from Jason's article on channel3000.com.
When it comes to your home, the smart play, trusting Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. This month, you can score a whole house of new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 per month, with 0% interest for up to 60 months. It's like a drive you can sustain for years, keeping your home comfortable thanks to incredible defense played by Pella Windows, stopping the drafts. Trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, just like so many of us here at the team at ESPN Milwaukee have. We trust them, and it's easy to see why you should trust them as well. Don't wait. Schedule that free consultation today. That's right, free consultation. PellaWI.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We've got backups along westbound 94, just a little bit right through the stadium interchange, and then you're back on the brakes heading into the county line, and again past Moreland Road. We do have a disabled vehicle at about Barker Road. It's out of traffic now. It was in traffic for a little bit there. On the eastbound side, a little bit tight heading out past Barker Road, and then again from about 84th Street to Holly Road. Northbound 41, heavy from before Mayfair Road all the way up past Burleigh. Southbound, we got delays from the county line to Good Hope, and then Capitol Drive down to about Burleigh as well. Get ready for boating, fishing, and paddleboarding on serene Delavan Lake. Make the most of the season at Lake Lawn Resort. Book your adventures today at lakelawnresort.com. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, sunny and pleasant, a high of 61. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 50. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN. Then the truth.
Your neighbors are talking. Did you see their siding? Yikes. That drafty window? It's basically air conditioning. From nature. Don't be the scary house on the block this fall. Call Exterior Pros and Baths and get $3,000 off your roofing, siding, windows, or bath project. No tricks, just treats. That's 262-800-4274 or click your way to extpros.com. Fall in love with your home again. Trust the pros.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats. Now through Wednesday, save on 10.23 to 11.5 ounce selected varieties Mars Fun Size Candy, $4.49. 8.1 to 11.5 ounce selected varieties Bear Creek Soup Mix, $3.49. 128 ounce pale selected varieties Blue Ribbon Frozen Dairy Dessert, $5.99. 64 ounce selected variety Sunny D Citrus Drinks, 2 for $3.
I am starving.
Oh no, never walk into a Century when you're hungry.
Unless it's free sample day. Ooh, wow, pizza, yes. I'd love to try that one.
My husband thinks he can make a meal out of grocery store samples.
Need to wash this down. I think I see someone handing out samples in the liquor department.
Geez, can we focus on our list?
What's this?
It says you can win 2 tickets to Green Bay's home game against Chicago on December 7th.
Or autographed footballs, or a 4-pack of Green Bay Hall of Fame tickets.
You have to enter through Century's Facebook or Instagram.
I'll be entering this on my phone in the deli next to that cheese sample station.
Enter by November 12th.
Is your business ready to take the next step? At Fifth Third Commercial Bank Wisconsin, our team of local experienced advisors is here to propel you forward. We understand your needs and offer in-depth expertise, cutting-edge technology, and tailored solutions to streamline your cash collections, automate payments, and safeguard your assets with top-notch fraud mitigation tools. Contact Fifth Third in downtown Milwaukee today. Let's eliminate the non-value ad work so you can focus on what truly matters, growing your business. Fifth Third Bank National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Milwaukee College Prep, redefining what's educationally possible so more children can pursue their dream. Join me, Craig Karmazin, and Milwaukee College Prep Thursday, October 23rd at Venue 3 at the 3rd Street Market Hall, and take a stand in closing the opportunity gap for Milwaukee scholars. Your support means quality education is accessible to over 2,000 scholars in Milwaukee. Enjoy food, drinks, and a chance to learn more. Purchase tickets at 2025 takeastand.givesmart.com. That's 2025 takeastand.givesmart.com.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
How are you feeling, big guy, about the MRI?
It's starting to hurt now. I think I have mental issues. I really do.
Well,
gonna have to clip that
yeah,
for me?
that's I mean,
hold on to it.
I know. I don't think there's anything wrong. It's just I think it's something in my brain's telling me
something is wrong, buddy.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Brewers fans, if you want to hit a Potawatomi Sportsbook before a postseason game, but you need a ride to the game, you can hit 2 balls with 1 bat by hitching a ride on a Potawatomi game day shuttle. Of course, I hope here we are talking about NLCS action. But if there is a game on Saturday, you certainly can take advantage of the Potawatomi shuttle. 2 hours before first pitch, return shuttles run nonstop for 1 hour after the game. For more information, you can visit Potawatomi.com. That's Potawatomi.com. Bet above the rest. Chewy, are you surprised that the Packers have struggled with takeaways this season? Are you surprised, given the talent that we think they have up front and the pressure that we hope that they can continue getting on opposing quarterbacks, and Xavier McKinney in particular, that the defense has not been able to take the ball away more?
Yeah, probably a little bit with the acquisition of Parsons. It's just what happens. Last year was a great year. McKinney had an unbelievable year. There's a lot of luck. A lot of times that goes into turnovers, and they just haven't had the luck for whatever reason. Based on what Jason said, they're trying to make that a point of emphasis when it comes to stripping the ball and punching the ball and things like that. But they'll come. I'm not going to say they're going to be top 5 in the league this year because they were pretty high last year, weren't they?
31 turnovers, ranked 4th in the league.
4th. Yeah, so, you're hoping for a 15, 18, somewhere around there. They'll come, but it's just there's so much luck involved a lot of times with it, the way the ball bounces, and so I'm not concerned about it.
Yeah, because even if you force the fumble, then you have to recover the fumble, and
exactly.
Sometimes you punch it out and it ends up in the belly of the guy who you just punched it out from because of the way the ball bounces. But that is the toughest thing to recreate year over year is turnovers. That is always the toughest thing, which is why to me the addition of Micah Parsons was so big, because you can still get pressure without creating the turnovers. And unfortunately, getting home is the biggest part of creating pressure, because as we saw against the Cowboys, they pressured, Micah in particular, pressured Dak Prescott. He still played incredibly well. But outside of that Dallas game, despite not having turnovers in those first 3 games, this defense was still good enough.
Sure.
So I'm not overly concerned about it with Chew. I think that they will come. It is, as Jason mentioned, something that they emphasize. So I think they will get a few more of those. But also, hard to get interceptions when you're giving up just those easy completions on the outside the way they did with all the cushion that the cornerbacks were giving against the Cowboys. They have to be a little bit more aggressive in their pursuit of turnovers when the ball's in the air as well.
Jason also noted in his article that they have, as he mentioned, placed an emphasis on the takeaways. He mentioned the flashing red light in the defensive meeting room, but they also, during training camp, established 43 fumbles as the team goal for this season. I believe he said that would be an NFL record. That would be a record in the league. And they are a obviously far cry from even being on that pace. The publicly stated goal of forcing 43 fumbles this season, which would be an NFL single-season record, and the results just are not there. Again, if you have a chance to read Jason's article about the takeaways for the Packers this season, or lack thereof, go ahead and give that a read. I want to take a break. Go ahead.
They don't have one forced fumble, do they? Like, I can't even think of one that they forced that even, like, ended up back in the hands of the offense. So I think they're way off the pace.
I was trying to read if Jason had said what the number was. I'm sure he does. It just wasn't in that portion of the article that I was just reading through. You want to know what else is a wild thing to consider, guys? Like I read it and I was like, I mean, I know it's true, but wow, does that sound bad? Packers haven't had a win since week 2.
Yeah, that's correct. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been a while.
By the way, yes, correct. 0 forced fumbles this year.
0 forced fumbles this year for your Green Bay Packers. All right. We got to take a break here on the show. Lots of stuff still to get to, including something I saw yesterday that I want to get the guys' opinion on. But before we do that, guys, let me tell you about my friends over at Closets by Design. Oh, man. Yesterday, as I'm trying to get ready for my road trip, I go into the closet. It doesn't cause me the anxiety that it used to, where I was like, where in the world are the things that I need? Why? Because I've been working with Closets by Design. They came in, they gutted what I had, they gave me a brand new, beautiful, organized closet, and it is so much easier to find what I am looking for thanks to Closets by Design. They're a leader in custom storage solutions since 1982, combining quality, beauty, and a true commitment to customer satisfaction. A national brand, yes, but Doug and his team are based right in southeastern Wisconsin. They have a showroom in Mequon that you can visit. No obligation, in-home consultations, custom designs, and the best value in the industry. If you're like me and you're ready to get organized, call Closets by Design in Mequon and tell them Jen from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy sent you.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more. Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Well, through 4 games in the NFL schedule, the Green Bay Packers special teams doesn't really qualify as stellar. Head coach Matt LaFleur says special teams needs to eliminate plays that swing the course of a game.
You can't have the catastrophic plays because they make such a big impact on the game of football. It's no different than, a turnover on offense or getting takeaways defensively.
We'll see if the bye week allowed the Packers special teams group to clean it up as they get ready to host the Cincinnati Bengals at Lambeau Field on Sunday. I'm Alex Strope.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Do you want to bank without the fuss? For easy banking, rely on us. In person, online, or with the Tri-City app. Your banking can be done just like that. Tri-City National Bank. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here, and the Pickler Menominee Falls is now open. Your home for pickleball. 9 premium indoor courts with unlimited play, leagues, tournaments, and clinics, all included in your membership. And right now, if you're not ready to commit to a full membership, you can try it all with their special trial offer. 30 days for $30. That's 1 full month of unlimited play, leagues, and clinics for only $30. Check it out at thepickler.com. That's PICKLR.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
I'm with James Imaging Systems client Preston Clark. He oversees IT services at Creative Business Interiors. Preston, you get the benefit of one-on-one relationships with the James team, like when your sales rep said something unexpected. What did they say?
Hey, this is a little high. You're not printing as much as we thought you were going to print.
Then the James team member had even better news.
Correct. Let's bring that down. Let's make it a little cheaper and still keep you on the same program.
The James Managed Print Services Program. All your document output devices bundled under one invoice that includes service and supplies for one low cost per print. Nice, right, Preston?
Yes, felt great. Felt secure, Don't have to worry about, again, somebody just coming in and selling something and then walking away and never hearing from them again.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
After a serious accident, you'll need a winning team to protect your rights. Trust Wisconsin's own Brewers offices. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Jen, has college football gotten a little sleazy? Where you can recruit a little? No, I'm saying from the standpoint, it used to be.
That was good. On 94.5 ESPN.
Fellas, listen up. If you're getting ready to take that next step in life and propose, you already know what I'm going to say. You need to head to the Jewelry Center. It's the place I trusted for a reason. It's the place Milwaukee trusts for a reason when it comes to diamond engagement rings. Maybe you don't have an idea of what that should look like. Go to her Pinterest page. See if there's anything there. And the thing that separates the Jewelry Center, that helpful team that's always going to point you in the right direction. Learn more about the diamond engagement ring selection or any other services. Shop TJC.com or stop in today. Greenfield, Brookfield, or in Burlington. Say hi to Dean the Dancing Machine for us and tell him that Gabe and Chew sent you.
I saw this on social media yesterday, and I wanted to get your guys' reaction to it. A man in a small city won $16 million playing the lottery. The next day, he was set for television interviews. So he spent the day before calling friends and family, urgently asking for $1,000 without explaining why. Most people said no. Perfect. They can't pretend to be your friend when they saw the news of you winning the lottery. And the ones who did lend him the money, he paid them back tenfold. Those are the real friends worth holding on to. As much as I want to say, what a great strategy. It feels like there's some holes.
Oh, really?
It feels like there might be some holes in this strategy, Chew. If I called you up, Chew, and asked for $1,000, what would your first question to me be?
What are you putting down for collateral?
I don't. Yes, I was not expecting that. I was expecting the question: is everything okay? Like, are you good? If I urgently called you asking for $1,000, Gabe, your reaction would be,
yeah, what's up? What's going on? What do you need? Because there would be a lot of questions.
You got to have a backstory, right? That's my point, is you got to have a backstory. Because I don't know the quality of friend. I don't know if you could base it on their willingness to give you $1,000 with no information.
Yeah, no questions asked, $1,000.
I mean, I think the only person that I would do that for is like my sister. If she called me and was like, hey, I need a grand, I'd be like, Venmoing now. I figure I'll get the explanation later. Like, here you go. It's in your bank account. Go do what you got to do.
What's the line? Because I've lent money before and I have not gotten it back.
I'm sorry about that.
So I think, I don't know, do you have to think that you will not get it back?
I think it's a case-by-case and person-by-person situation. Like, if somebody is consistent and they've paid you back before and been generous when they have the opportunity to, then you go, hey, we'll figure this out. If you, like, there's definitely people who you go, if you're going to lend it, you're going fully, I may never see this again, but I'm okay with that. And then there's other people where it's like, I trust this person implicitly. When they have the opportunity, they will pay me back.
Like, honestly, if a family member calls me that urgently for $1,000, don't worry about it. Like, if this grand is so important to you in this moment, I can't even get an explanation. Yeah, I'm not expecting to get that back, and I don't want to get it back because, hey, for my nieces and for their family, like, hey, you obviously need this right now. Don't even worry about it.
But would you lend it, Gabe? Would you lend it again?
Depends upon what the situation was. You know, if they're coming back to me, every month for $1,000, yeah, we're gonna have a conversation. But if they come back to me,
figure something out.
If they come back to me 3 or 4 years later, yeah, I mean, there's probably still a conversation that needs to happen. But
I played in a profession where family comes out of the woodwork.
Oh, well, because of the amount of money. Yeah, I can't imagine. Yeah, for you, I can't imagine.
Well, and I think that's what's happening here, Chewy. They're saying, like, this guy won $16 million.
Yeah.
He knew that the moment that news went public, he was going to, just like you, people were going to all of a sudden, hey, remember me, and do that whole thing. So he was trying to weed them out preemptively, right? He was trying to say, like, I need to know who are my people and who are just leeches ahead of time.
This guy, obviously, the self-awareness for this guy is very, very low. If this is what you have to do to try to figure out who your real friends are, I'd like to think at this point in my life, if I won $16 million, I know who my real friends are.
Yeah,
I know who your real people are.
But Chewy has real life experience in this thing.
Your real friends are probably...
but the San Diego tickets that I gave to my loser cousin,
which you rightfully did not want to do. Which you
correct.
Did not
that was
want
my mother
do,
pressuring me.
But your mother pressured you.
Also, like, I just don't think I would. Would you immediately ask somebody who won? Like, $16 million is a lot of money, but it's not like the craziest amount. Now, if you win $600 million, it's like, hey, peel me off some of that. Let's have a good time. But like $16 million, I'm not going to be like, well.
But it's not 16, so it's 8.
It's 8. Yeah,
it's
that's 8. The other thing
after taxes.
Yeah.
The other thing that this doesn't consider is what each person's financial situation is. Are you telling me that they can't be a good friend if they themselves are not in a position to lend you $1,000? Like somehow their friendship gets knocked down a few pegs because when you said, hey, I need $1,000, and they were like, can't do it, man, I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. You're on the outside looking in now. Like, that to me feels like a flaw in the strategy
when that
as well.
ends up being the person, if you're giving money away, who probably needs it the most, and now you're cutting them off.
Right. There was a comment that said, why wouldn't you give all of those people who said no the $1,000? Like, it's a real good indication of which of your pals actually need a little bit of help.
Yeah, that to me is the biggest flaw in all this. It's just, like, there's countless people who, if I went asking for $1,000, would be like, sorry, I can't swing it. And you
doesn't mean they're not good friends.
Right? Doesn't mean they wouldn't give me the shirt off their back. They just don't have the $1,000.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I saw this yesterday. I was like, huh. As much as I want to applaud the effort, as much as I want to applaud the foresight, I don't think that this is doing what you think it's doing.
Well, and especially like the way it's posted. It's like, oh, this is a wise thing that everybody needs to apply in their life.
Genius move, it says.
No, this is BS.
There's also
what it is.
A level of calculated trying to like outsmart them when you're like putting value on those. I understand people are going to ask you for money. That's just what happens when you win the lottery. That's part of the deal. But you should be able to figure out who are the people that were there for me at all their times throughout my life. Who supported me, and if they can give me $1,000, $10, or $1 million doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah, you're going to lose friends. You're going to lose friends regardless.
You have to be willing to accept
You are going to lose friends. Yeah.
I still think anonymous is the way to go, man. If you have the option of being anonymous and winning the lottery, I mean, again, everybody's always like, I won't say anything, but there will be signs. I'm guessing that's how it shakes out. You're like, hey, brand new car,
I believe us here.
Yeah, I was going to say, because people will immediately go, what are you, slinging rock now or what? You know what I mean?
Little side hustle.
If Gabe showed up in a Rolls Royce and had a Rolex on his wrist,
like Gabe.
There will be signs.
You have a couple questions.
Yeah, I think the first sign would be he doesn't show up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Wisconsin is you have to be public.
Why? And why is that necessary?
I think because they use it for advertisement. So some states do that because
you're like obligated to be the face of the lottery then as like a success story.
By accepting this money, here's what you're also accepting with it.
Which all things considered if the trade-off is me getting $200 million after taxes,
fine,
and I have to have my I could just leave the state. You
You're not beholden to stay here. $200 million gets you a lot of places,
What if they
Joshy.
made that a prerequisite and you have to stay here
now
for
we're
10
having
years?
different combos.
It's pretty hard, pretty easy to hide in the Northwoods, Joshy.
A man in a small city won $16 million. The next day he was set for TV interviews, so he spent the day prior calling friends and family, urgently asking for $1,000 without explaining why. Most said no. Perfect. They can't pretend to be his best friend when they see the news of him winning. And the ones who did lend him the money, he paid it back tenfold. Those were the real friends. And we're over here going, there is a flaw in your strategy. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy rolls on right after this.
Milwaukee, here's your Saturday, October 11th plan from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. Join Mentality as they are hosting a health fair at 2323 North Mayfair Road, Suite 104 in Wauwatosa. It's all about your health, our community, and giving back. You'll get a free cognitive test, the first FDA-approved brain health test of its kind, and that's done in just 10 minutes. Plus, you can get lab testing. It's available with a donation. And Mentality has exciting giveaways, including game tickets. But best of all, this event supports Ignite the Spirit, helping Milwaukee's firefighters and their families. Mentality clinics are backed by science and delivered with care, giving men a discreet and reliable way to unlock peak performance. Don't miss it. It's Mentality's Health Fair coming up this Saturday, October 11th, from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. 2323 North Mayfair Road in Tosa. Come for your health and help support those who serve our city.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
Oh, we have an accident on southbound 43 as you're making your way into the Marquette. The left lane is blocked right about at Wells, so just be careful with that. We got delays from Hampton pretty much all the way down to that point, so give yourself that extra time. Westbound 94 slowing down from 25th Street to Mitchell Boulevard, from the Zoo pretty much all the way to Calhoun. Eastbound slowing down from Highway 16 through the Barker Road area. You're back on the brakes from 84th Street all the way to about 35th. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, sunny and pleasant, a high of 61. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 50. Weather is brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Escape to Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan, Wisconsin, where everything is better at the lake. Dive into endless outdoor activities, including boating, fishing, and paddleboarding on the serene Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course, or unwind in the award-winning Calidora Spa. Enjoy gourmet meals at 1878 on the lake, casual bites at the Lookout Bar and Eatery, and sweet treats at the Isle of Capri Cafe. Explore Delavan Lake's stunning shores and historic landmarks from the comfort of their 76-foot cruise boat, the Lake Lawn Queen. Book your stay today at LakeLawnResort.com.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp therapists have helped more than 5 million people worldwide on their mental health journeys. Moments in therapy, like the right question or a safe space to cry or a small win, can really change lives. This World Mental Health Day, we're celebrating the therapists who have helped millions of people take that step forward. If you're ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can help you start that journey. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Bush hits a high fly to right. Sal Frelick on the ivy. It's gone. It's one pitch. Lined into right, a base hit. That'll score at least one. Tucker waved around third. Frelick's throw goes to second. It's 3-1 Chicago, and Pete Crow Armstrong's two-run single. Fly ball to right. Back is Frelick on the warning track. Frelick slides, and he made the catch.
Quintana looks at second in the 0-2 delivery. And I think he went around. They appealed to third. He did. It was a breaking ball down in the dirt. And Pete Crow Armstrong has both hands up and is barking at Ryan Blakeney right now. And Lockridge bunting. He bunts it up the first baseline. Played by Bush, and they're going to have Durbin in a rundown between home and third. Durbin on his way back to third. Now heading home. He's going to stay in the rundown long enough. Finally falls down and is tagged out by Bush.
Keller's opening pitch. Ground ball sharply hit. Horner has it on a dive. Gets up, throws to first, and the Cubs off the mat survive in Game 3 and force a fourth game tomorrow night at Wrigley.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamora. Here's Jen Lapp.
Still smarting from last night's Cubs win over the Brewers. 4-3, the final. Game 3, NLDS. And I know that the Brewers' mindset was to treat it like a Game 7, because you wanted to sweep them, you wanted to send a message, really assert your dominance. Didn't happen. Quinn Priester taking responsibility for his struggles last night at Wrigley Field. Love that for him. Love that Murphy said to him as he was walking off the diamond, walking off the mound, hey, we're going to need you, bud. We're going to need, do not let this get you down. We're going to need you out there as this thing continues. But man, if they can just close this sucker out tonight, Gabe, I will breathe a significant sigh of relief.
Yeah, and honestly, watching the Blue Jays-Yankees game last night gives me a lot of hope for that, because the Yankees had a huge emotional win, right, where they were able to win Game 3, stave off elimination, and then the Blue Jays just kind of beat them. Just handily beat them 5-2. Solid game last night, and the Jays win in 4. They go on to the ALCS, and I'm hoping something similar can happen for the Brewers today. Yeah, there was a big emotional wave the day before, weren't able to sweep. You still just take care of business. Still able to go and take care of business in Game 4. And that's the way the Brewers have to approach the game tonight. And it's a postseason game, and the way that Murph manages, they're going to treat it and do everything they can to win the game today. So it's kind of that same mentality that they had yesterday. You're just hoping whoever ends up starting, you're going to get more than 2 outs out of them the way they got 2 outs out of Quinn Priester.
So, Chew, let's push it through the Seinfeld scale of concern here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Joshy, you got the hotkeys back there for our Seinfeld scale of concern?
Yada.
Yeah, that's number 1.
You look a little stressed.
Oh, I'm stressed.
That's number 2.
I'm freaking out! I am freaking out!
Where are you this morning on the Seinfeld scale of concern for the Brewers after dropping Game 3?
Yada. They got their best pitcher going on the mound. I expect them to go.
Maybe, hopefully. Hasn't been announced yet.
I'm sure he will, but I would think he's going to go 4 or 5. And if he can just stop their initial push early in the game, because that's how the Cubs have been in all 3 games. They start out hot, and then they do nothing. Then I'll feel real good. My question is to you, Gabe.
Mm-hmm.
Will we see the Miz, and if we do, win?
So I was just trying to figure that out with the math kind of in my head. Because of the off days, it's tough to say specifically with him, just because he's always been a starter and been used to having that time in between. So I don't know if he's able to bounce back quickly after throwing in Game 2, but it was on Monday, and he ended up only throwing, what did he throw? He threw 57 pitches. I mean, for sure, if there's a Game 5, he's available then. Maybe you can get an inning out of him today. I think that could potentially be a possibility. It's just hard because you just don't know how he bounces back.
After Freddy, if Freddy goes 5 or 6, you're bringing the Miz in there, or if Freddy goes 4 or 5?
Yeah, I think if it's only 4 or 5. If Freddy goes 6, then you've got like your full complement of, Ashby didn't throw yesterday, so you've got Ashby, Koenig, Uribe, and McGill. I think some combination of those 4 to cover the final 3 innings if Freddie's able to go 6. Again, assuming Freddie goes. I think there's a possibility Robert Gasser pitches and starts the game tonight. He's the only one who hasn't thrown yet, and it's more of an opener situation where you're hoping to get 2 or 3 out of Gasser, and then you kind of cobble it together there. I think that's still a possibility.
Who from yesterday will not be available?
Because
I thought Patrick pitched the best yesterday.
Yeah,
he was money in the bank.
Through 22 pitches. Quintana would be unavailable.
Yeah.
And I would say, obviously, Priester would be unavailable. But other than that, Grant Anderson, he would be available. Probably not for 2 innings.
Mears is always available to come in and get that final out when the opener is struggling. That's become his role on this team.
Yeah. So I would say just about everybody's available other than Quintana and Priester from yesterday. which means you've got basically a full bullpen because you look at those two as starters.
What would
So
you
you've got a
do?
full
Would you
bullpen.
start Freddy today or save him?
It seems like you're leaning the other way.
No, I would start Freddy. I would go, he's our guy. Go out there and close out this series. It feels like Murph's leaning the other way to me. Because why wouldn't you just announce that last night? I understand the whole
strategy,
oh yeah,
gamesmanship.
we got to keep this thing secret, and but if you really wanted to have Craig switch around his lineup or whatever and try to manipulate that, wouldn't you announce that early? Because they announced Ashby relatively early that he was going to be the opener.
Yes.
And if Gasser is going to be I guess I just don't know. I don't know which way Murph is leaning, but the fact that Robert Gasser hasn't thrown, and I know that Murph loves Gasser. It makes me wonder if he's going to be the opener today, and you save Freddie for that. Hey, I don't know what we're going to do in Game 5 if Freddie goes Game 4 and doesn't win it, and then you save your ace for the winner takes all game in Game 5.
I just don't love that mindset because then you are playing for. I know it sounds like you're being cautionary. You are, just in case of emergency break glass, we've got Freddie still available for an elimination game, Game 5, but this is also an elimination game. It feels like at this time of year, the go for it mentality, the aggressive mentality is to act as though this is the last game of the season and throw everything you got at them. Now, again, that could bankrupt you for a game on Saturday, but it does feel like I look.
Plus, the benefit of not playing Freddie today, if you win, then Freddie gets to go Game 1, and he'll be able to go the maximum amount of times you want him to in an NLCS.
It's not my money, it's not my team, but that I think is the way that I would want my manager to manage the team to structure the lineup and the rotation shoe.
So, hold on. If the Dodgers clinch and the Brewers clinch, when is Game 1?
Monday. No matter what, it's on Monday.
So if Freddie pitched, he couldn't go Monday.
That's what I'm
If
saying.
he pitches-
If he doesn't pitch today, Chew, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
If he doesn't pitch today and they win, he can go Game 1.
Yeah, but I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm throwing him today. He's a veteran. He's the best they've got in the thing today. No?
Yeah, look, I'm right there with you. I'm 100% there with you. I am throwing Freddie out there and going, hey, you're our horse. Go close this thing. Shut those fans up. Shut them down early. Let's get a lead, and we'll get behind you just like we did in Game 1. Like, that's what I would do, but I just don't know if that's the way that Murph is leaning towards this thing.
Reaction rolling in on the Carbless Talk and text line 800-990-3776 and also on the YouTube stream. And we do have people saying, Jeff included, I'm a little stressed. I think we're mostly at the yada, yada, yada space, but if there were a category between yada, yada, yada and a little stressed, I think that's probably where I'm living
comfortably. That's because it's playoff baseball, right? Like, no matter what, like, even though they were up 2-0 yesterday, Jen, like, that's just the space you live in. Like, there is no yada, yada, yada in playoff baseball. In playoff anything, there can't be yada, yada, yada. It has to be a little bit elevated just because you're living and dying with every pitch away that you don't during the regular season.
Well, and some of it, honestly, there is a little PTSD here in Wisconsin. I saw people reacting to that yesterday and last night on social media and saying this is why, Wisconsin sports fans sort of have that, is the other shoe going to drop mentality. And I think that the Brewers team this year has done a really good job of distancing the fan base from that because they had the best record in baseball, because they have been one of the best teams in the league all season long. But then you lose that game yesterday, and I think that it all starts to creep back in a little bit. So you got to throw up those walls. You got to throw up those doors, folks, and keep those invasive thoughts out because the Brewers obviously are still in a very, very good position to move on to the NLCS.
Yeah, they've got to win one of the next two. The Cubs still have to win 2 more in a row. It's a short series, and I understand the stress of it, but it's hard to win 3 in a row. Brewer, they had every opportunity, despite that first inning, where seemingly everything could have gone wrong and everything did go wrong for them. They still had really good opportunities as the game went, and that's why this is a team that's tough to beat 3 times in a row because they're going to continue to give themselves those opportunities, and they're going to break through and score more runs in those opportunities.
We're putting it on the Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Twitter poll this morning. Where are you on the Seinfeld scale of concern after the Brewers dropped Game 3, 4-3 to the Cubs? There will be a Game 4 tonight at Wrigley Field. It's a late one. And then I have a bit of a dilemma on Saturday, gang. If, in fact, this thing goes to a Game 5, I have tickets to the game, which is currently slated for 3:38 p.m., and I will still be on a plane. I will still be hauling my ass back from Eugene, Oregon. Our show is from 6 to 9 local out there. It will still be dark in the morning. I believe my flight out of Portland is at 10 a.m., but I still will not get back to Chicago until about 5 p.m. I'm going to need your guys' help with those tickets on the off chance that game does not get moved, Gabe.
Yeah, hey, willing to help. Whatever you need. Saturday is my off day, Jen. Whatever you need from me, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I can figure it out.
This is the response I'm hoping for if I win the lottery. Hey, I need $1,000. Whatever you need, Jen, I'm here for you.
Gabe's all about face value, though.
Oh, yeah, I'm not trying to turn a profit. At some point, I'm just like, hey, I got these 3 tickets here for this game that I cannot attend. But you're saying that it might get moved.
So if they are the only Game 5, which, again, depends upon the other, National League game today, if the Dodgers win and close out the series today, then that game is going to be at 7:08. So it'll be a 7.
Why did they flip time slots? So stupid. It's the West Coast. They'd be playing at 6.
Yep.
Why?
I don't know. Ask Rob Manfred. Ask old Robbie boy.
9 o'clock? Okay.
But it is Thursday. You're not doing Thirsty Thursday because now you're down in Florida, right?
Yeah, so no blammer.
Oh, I still do Thirsty Thursday.
Oh, there's just no blammer Thursday. Sorry.
Yeah.
No blammers involved. Because if it was up to his friends down in Florida, they'd have a Thirsty Monday, a Thirsty Tuesday, a Thirsty Wednesday.
We're working on virtual. He just doesn't know how to use a computer, so we're gonna get there.
How does that feel to be ahead of somebody else with technology and have more knowledge than someone?
Feels great. Not gonna lie.
It's part of the reason he still hangs out with him, actually. Justin weighing in saying he's in the yada, yada, yada club. We did a good job fighting back in last night's game. Whoever is starting tonight, I think we win the game because the bullpen has showed they can shut the Cubs down after the first inning. That from Justin in Middleton. Let us know where you stand. Where are you on the Seinfeld scale of concern for the Brewers after they dropped Game 3 4-3 to the Cubs yesterday at Wrigley Field? Back at it today.
Well, and also just think about this. I mean, as much as do we start Freddy? Do we not start Freddy? The Cubs have worse options. The Cubs have no idea what they're doing today. Because now they're going, okay, well, we just started Matthew Boyd on short rest. Do we want to give him more rest? We go Boyd in Game 5, but then what do we do today in the game? Because they also had to go through a lot more of their bullpen than they probably were hoping with Jameson Taillon yesterday and the way the Brewers were able to rally. So I think the Cubs, as much as we're going, all right, when do we throw Freddy? At least we have that ace in the hole of Freddy. Does he go Game 4? Does he go Game 5? The Cubs do not have that. They do not have a Freddy Peralta on their playoff roster.
What does Vegas think?
Brewers are still heavily favored.
Brewers are minus 340 to win the series.
Okay. I like it.
I haven't gotten a chance to check out the Potawatomi Sportsbook this morning, but for today's game, have you seen numbers on today's game?
They typically don't do that without knowing the starting pitcher.
Oh, I am seeing it, though. Brewers minus 121, Cubs plus 104.
Yeah, that's just sort of guessing at this is a better team versus.
Yeah, just a typical kind of money line of a baseball game.
Reaction rolling in on the YouTube stream. Michael says you play to win Game 4, not 5. Yeah, nobody is worried. A lot of folks weighing in saying not worried at all. Yada, yada, yada. That on the Carbless Talking text line and on the YouTube stream. So that actually makes me feel really good that some of that old panic isn't creeping in after the Brewers drop one game in the postseason so far in 2025. We'll take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Roll on. Still a lot of stuff to get to. We'll be right back after this.
Look, it's early October. You got to be starting thinking about that. If you are responsible for your company's holiday party, you need to get on that. Luckily for you, Events by Design exists. And Events by Design can help you create unbelievable events, whether it's just doing something little to add to yours, like they did at our golf outing, doing walk-up music for everybody on hole 14, or whether it's throwing a big party like they did at the Buck Soiree last year. Events by Design is able to help. For over 25 years, Events by Design has helped companies execute successful events. So retain top talent, invest in that culture today. All you have to do is search online. Events by Design. They design, you party.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
Southbound on 43. We had that earlier accident around Wells that was blocking the left lane. They were able to clear that one up, but the delays are kicking in from just south of Silver Spring all the way down to just past Fond du Lac Avenue. Northbound side, so far, so good. We do have delays northbound on the 4394 leg. We did have a broken down vehicle right at Holt Avenue, so delays are coming out of the Plainfield curve up past Oklahoma Avenue. And then along southbound 41, heavy from before the county line to Good Hope Road, back on the brakes from Appleton Avenue all the way down to Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, sunny and pleasant, a high of 61. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 50. Weather is brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash. Today's forecast, crisp fall skies and a championship shine. Get your first wash free at TsunamiExpress.com. Game day ready, rain or shine, Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Get your first look at the Wisconsin Badger men's basketball team when they take the court in the Bad Boy Moores Series at Fiserv Forum on Friday, October 24th. Bucky will lace them up against Oklahoma at 7 p.m. in this preseason exhibition game. Get your tickets now at FiservForum.com. Take advantage of this rare opportunity to see the Badgers and Sooners play in Milwaukee. Buy tickets at FiservForum.com. Catch elite men's college basketball when Wisconsin and Oklahoma play on Friday, October 24th at Fiserv Forum.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit LakelandSupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Lazaga for Comfort Awnings. I reclaim my outdoor space by having Comfort Awnings install a motorized retractable awning so I can enjoy the sun and get relief when I need it. Sensors are also available that detect strong winds and rain to extend or retract your awning. They even protect against UV radiation so you can safely enjoy the outdoors. Family owned and located in Burlington, Comfort Awnings expertly installs custom awnings that fit your home and style. Right now, you can receive a free motor for your automated awning with your order. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit ComfortAwnings.com.
I'd like you to listen to a little question and answer session with James Imaging Systems client Preston Clark. He oversees IT services at Creative Business Interiors. Preston, why James?
I do feel like that we are partnered, again, as opposed to being sold to.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
If I need service, they're here almost within 4 hours every time. I've never had an issue where I'm like, where is that guy?
That works for you and the business, right, Preston?
Yeah, exactly. I don't have to worry about it.
Plus, there's IT-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation from James Imaging Systems.
I've got information that I can then go to my superiors with and say, hey, here's how we can save a little bit of money.
And
then I kind of look like the hero, too.
Want to be the hero in your office? Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Milwaukee, it's officially time for October baseball. The energy is electric, the city is buzzing, and there's no better way to celebrate than with Carbless. Carbless is the ready-to-drink cocktail that keeps fans cheering. No sugar, full of flavor, and always refreshingly delicious. Whether you're tailgating outside the stadium, celebrating downtown, or gathering with friends at home, Carbless is your go-to for every big hit, every clutch play, and every Brewers moment. So crack open a Carbless, raise it high, and toast to October baseball in Milwaukee, because nothing goes better with the big stage in baseball than finding your bliss. Visit drinkcarbless.com and see where Carbless is located nearest to you.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
How much will Angie let you grow a beard?
I would say for 3 months I have to keep a beard if I lose.
Okay, and Angie would allow you to have a beard for 3 months.
She doesn't run my life. Drop that.
Yeah, how do you?
On 94.5 ESPN.
Did you know that Great Midwest Bank is celebrating 90 years of serving southeastern Wisconsin homeowners? 1935 to 2025. Yep, the math checks out. It's a long history of helping families right here in our community. I've experienced it myself, not just with our mortgage, but everyday banking as well. Checking, savings, even 24/7 mobile banking. It is all so convenient, but still comes with that personal touch from real people who understand your real needs. That's why I trust Great Midwest Bank. You can find a location at greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank is your simply local equal housing lender and a member FDIC.
The top 8 at 8.
Name something that follows the word pork.
You pie.
Huh?
One category.
Name something people take with them to the beach.
Turkey.
The top 8 answers.
The first thing you buy in a supermarket.
Turkey.
The top 8 at 8.
A food often stuffed.
Turkey.
The top 8 at 8 on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Name Popeye's favorite food.
Chicken. Oh my God.
Show me chicken.
The top 8 at 8 on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
What do we got, Gabe?
List 8 things in front of me. You and Chew guess back and forth. Once you each get one incorrect, we open it up to the fans. 800-990-3776. Whoever gets the last one on the list wins an ESPN Milwaukee prize pack. A lot of talk this week about the Joe Flacco trade for the Cincinnati Bengals. And if Joe Flacco wins this game, beating the Packers twice, but it'd be on a different team. So I put together a list. The last 8 quarterbacks who have beaten the Packers twice in the same season does include playoff games. So I'm looking for the last 8 quarterbacks who beat the Packers twice in a single season, including postseason games.
Sam Darnold.
So Sam Darnold did it last year. He is on the list.
Jared Goff
did it last year as well, also on the list.
And this is where it gets tricky.
Okay.
May have been Laurel from last year.
Knocked my headphones off. Whew. Holy moly. One more from last year, including playoff games. Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts beat the Packers to start the season, beat the Packers to end the season.
San Francisco, but I'm trying to think of the quarterback. Is it Kaepernick?
Is that a guess, or are you still talking to yourself?
Keep talking to yourself, Chew.
Let me see Gabe's face. Gabe, look at me.
No, Josh is going to encourage you to
looking right at the camera.
Keep talking.
Oh, okay. A little tell. Let's go with Brock Purdy.
There, that's no God.
Incorrect. Your thought process was not flawed.
Who was the quarterback, Jen?
That's who I would have guessed.
Was it Kaepernick?
That feels like a long time ago,
They smoked them. Remember they smoked them in the playoff with the read option? Did they play him in the regular season?
That. Probably need to be more recent than that. Think of the Packers' recent playoff losses.
Not coming to me. Okay, hold on. Other teams that they play regularly. I mean, the Packers beat the Cowboys, so that's not. I don't think the Cowboys would be on the list.
Alex Smith?
That feels like a long time ago.
You guys
also,
are just dancing around. Just literally naming. If he says Elvis Gerbach next, I am going to lose it. He's literally said just about every quarterback, then the one for the Niners at this point.
I was going to say, between those two guys, there was a notable quarterback.
So obviously we've narrowed it down to San Francisco. San Francisco, go back.
Trey Lance.
I don't think so.
I hate
no,
you.
no.
I hate you so much.
Yeah. I want to think that he did that in jest, but I actually think it was a legit guess. Chewy, do you think it was Jimmy Garoppolo?
I guess.
That's not the endorsement I was hoping for.
Well, they were kind of quiet. They didn't say anything. There was no laugh there, so I'm going to go Garoppolo.
Jimmy Garoppolo?
Jimmy G did it in 2019.
Nice.
In the regular season.
Hey, we got there.
The NFC Championship game. We had to hold your hand while you crossed the streets, but, we eventually got there.
We got there.
All right, so we only have 3 on the list now, or 4?
You have 4 on the list. Half the list is done. Last year, Hurts, Darnold, and Goff all did it, and then Jimmy G beat the Packers twice, once in the regular season in 2019, and then in that NFC Championship game, Jimmy G is number 5 on the list.
I'm looking up last year's record, or Packers schedule last year to see who they played.
What about Russell Wilson, Jen? Seattle?
Okay, I don't hate it.
Remember the referee game?
I'm trying to think of an NFC team. Like, would Jaden Daniels be on this list or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
Didn't beat the Packers twice.
No.
They also didn't play Jaden Daniels at all last year.
Yeah.
What about the year before?
Yeah, they did.
He was playing at LSU,
right, they did.
which would have been really impressive if he did it the year before.
Just making sure.
All right. I want people to start calling, please.
800-990-3776.
I hate it when you throw in the white towel on us. Like, you guys are like, this is embarrassing. We need to move on.
Yeah, you guys got 4, and again, I think that's impressive. So again,
I think Russell Wilson.
If Hurts, Darnold, and Goff, those were 1, 2, 3. Jimmy G.
Why
is
didn't you
5.
guess it then? Isn't it your turn to guess?
Well, he's out.
Oh, well, that'll do it.
I thought my Kaepernick pick was pretty solid.
Kaepernick hasn't played in the league, it feels like.
Yeah, I know.
All right, 800-990-3776. I have no more guesses. I have no more. I thought if I looked at the schedule that maybe something would pop, but it's not.
Again, the hint here is, so Hurts, Darnold, and Goff, 1, 2, 3, all from last year. Don't have 4. Number 5 was Jimmy G in 2019.
Number 5 was Jimmy G in 2019. That is a hint. That is helpful. Especially since this list is going chronological.
Correct.
Let's go out to AC and Tosa. You're on with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Can you complete our top 8 at 8 list?
I definitely cannot, but I'll try to get you closer. I'm just going to go out there and throw it. Brett Favre.
Brett Favre, incorrect. That's too far back. So Brett Favre would be too far
Gotcha.
back.
Good
Although
guess,
Brett Favre obviously did do it when he was with the Minnesota Vikings. That is too far back.
800-990-3776. Again, I'm just scrolling through some of the old records, old schedules for the Green Bay Packers to see who they played in 2018, maybe 2017. I don't even know who would have been the core. So the thing about that is then you can go back to the division games and who the quarterbacks were. Now that I have that information, now I've got some answers that are popping in my head.
Now, what do you mean now that you have that information?
I wasn't
that should be,
thinking
that should
about,
be
yes, you're
probably
right.
where you start.
Yes, well, yes, but I wasn't thinking that far back. Once you said the Jimmy Garoppolo thing, now I know that we can go that far back in the archive, and I'm hoping that John is using this information to educate his guesses. Good morning, John. You're on with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Morning, guys. I'll say maybe Jared Goff.
Jared Goff already correctly guessed because Goff did it last year, so I'll give you another one.
Okay. Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson did do it back in 2014, but that is also too far back.
Okay.
800-990-3776. Go ahead and give us your guesses for the last 8 quarterbacks who have beaten the Packers twice in one season, right?
Correct, including postseason games. So that's why Jalen Hurts was able to be on the list because he beat the Packers in the regular season
another.
and then late in the season.
Yeah, I got another.
The crazy thing is if you go back to like 2018, which I am doing currently, there were not that many wins.
Correct. Yeah. So a lot of losses by the Packers.
Yeah, so that helps out as well, huh? Let's go out to Jared in Omro. Jared, you're on with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Can you complete our top 8 at 8 list?
I'm pretty sure Tom Brady did it with the Bucs.
Tommy Brady did do it in 2020. They pasted the Packers coming out of the bye that year and then beat them in the NFC Championship game at Lambeau Field as well. Tom Brady, number 4 on the list. Meaning we just have 6, 7, and 8. With, again, including postseason, the first 5 in order. Hurts, Darnold, Goff, Brady, and then Jimmy Garoppolo did it in 2019.
Do you want to keep going, Jared?
Did Kirk Cousins do it?
Yeah, that was the one.
Kirk Cousins did not do it.
Oh.
Did not do it.
So I'm seeing a tie here in 2018. Is that why? Is that part of the...
But also somebody else may have been a quarterback in Minnesota.
We lost our callers. They all decided this list is too hard.
This is Gabe's fault.
800-990-3776.
I went down an alley and I was stuck with it. I had no other ideas. Joshy suggested an idea that was even harder.
Ooh, what was it?
The quarterbacks who have beaten the Packers the most.
Okay.
Yeah, that list gets really difficult because the Packers haven't done a whole lot of losing since Favre. So
But I do think that 2018 season might be a way to go in the division. I know somebody guessed Minnesota and guessed Kirk Cousins. 800-990-3776. Because as Gabe mentioned, not a lot of wins on that 2018 Packers schedule.
Yeah, a couple division quarterbacks and one outside of the division.
Randy in a dump truck. You're on with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Can you complete our top 8 at 8 list?
How about Brett Favre?
Brett Favre did do it, but it was too far back. So that was too far back in 2008.
I got one.
We also know that Russell Wilson was too far back in 2014.
Cool.
Because Russ did it, yes, to start the season in 14, and then the Packers lost that NFC Championship game as well. But that is too far back.
I thought we weren't allowed to talk about that NFC Championship game against the... I thought we made a rule. I thought we made a show rule.
Yeah, well.
800-990-3776. I do want people to hone in on what we have discussed, what we have mentioned here. There doesn't seem to be a lot of honing. And to be honest, I didn't hone really either.
You came to the realization that you came to well after you had waved the white flag.
Well, after the window had closed. Bruce, you're up next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Can you complete our top 8 at 8 list?
My guess would be Matt Stafford.
Matthew Stafford did it in 2018 with the Detroit Lions. He is number 6 on the list.
Got another guess, Bruce?
Yeah. Eli Manning.
Eli is incorrect.
Too far back?
Yes. Bummer. Yeah. So, Eli, I mean, the last time Eli beat the Packers in the postseason would have been 2011. So we know Russell Wilson's too far back at 2014. Russ would probably be, I didn't look into 2015, but Russ would probably be number 9 on the list. Meaning that's 7, so that would give you a window of Matthew Stafford did it in 2018 being number 6. And then if 2014 is too far back for Russell Wilson, kind of gives you a window for number 7 and number 8.
800-990-3776. Let's go out to Mike in Germantown. You're up next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Hey, I got Case Keenum.
Case Keenum did it in 2017 as the quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings. Leaving just one more on the list.
And I'm looking right now at that. Do you know who the opposing quarterback, who the quarterback for the Packers was in those games?
Brett Hundley.
Brett Hundley. In both of those games.
Yeah, because Aaron got hurt relatively early in the season.
All right, can you keep going?
He dropped.
Oh, he dropped. Can you reset the list, and then we'll go to our final callers?
All right, we have Jalen Hurts at number 1, Sam Darnold at number 2, Jared Goff is 3, Tom Brady in 2024, Jimmy Garoppolo in 2019 is 5, Matthew Stafford in 2018 6, Case Keenum in 2017 is number 7. The last 8 quarterbacks who beat the Packers twice in a season.
So we only have one remaining. Let's go out to, is it Justine?
Yes.
Good morning, Justine. Can you complete our top 8 at 8 list?
Good morning. Is it Joe Flacco?
It is not Joe Flacco. It is not. Again, this list inspired by Joe, because if he beats the Packers, which, again, I find highly unlikely, he would beat the Packers twice in one season, and he would just be the second quarterback in NFL history to do it for 2 different teams beating an NFL team. So I thought, okay, we're the last quarterbacks to beat the Packers twice in a season, postseason included. So Case Keenum in 2017 is number 7, and Russell Wilson would have been off the list at number 9 in 2014. So kind of gives you a window of where to be looking for that number 8 spot.
800-990-3776. Go ahead, Shu. What do you want to say?
Is it a tough one, Gabe?
No.
Really?
Not at all?
Chef Ed, you're up next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Can you complete our top 8 at 8 list?
Well, I hope. They took. I had Stafford and I had Keenum, but those are out the window. But then I was down to 2, and the previous caller just. I was going to flip a coin. She took the other one, so I'm going to try the other one. It's a shot here, but I'm going to try Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield is incorrect. Baker Mayfield incorrect.
Ooh, this is tough.
Looking at a window between, again, 17 is number 7 and 2014 was number 9.
I'm doing that right now. I've been going through the schedule here. 2016, 2015, scrolling through. Again, not a lot of losses on the Packers record, on the Packers schedule in 2015. Certainly not 2 by the same, I don't think 2 by the same team. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. I think I found it. 800-990-3776. Ryan in Milwaukee. You're on with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Is that Milwaukee?
Ryan, are you there?
Well, he dropped.
He just dropped. He doesn't want to play with us anymore. Austin in Lake Geneva, you're up next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Can you complete the top 8 at 8 list? Austin?
Our phones just stopped working.
Dropped as well. This can't be right. Josh in Heartland, you're on with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Can you complete our top 8 at 8 list?
Is it Carson Palmer?
It is not
Darn it!
Carson Palmer.
That was your guess? Why?
Because they played Arizona twice in
I was
2015.
thinking Cincinnati. Okay, sorry.
They played him in the division round, and they played him in week. I can't tell what week this is. But Carson Palmer, you know what? Never mind. 800-990-3776. Aaron, is it Winneconne?
It is Winneconne, yeah.
Hi, Aaron. Can you complete our top 8 at 8 list?
Is it Mitchell Trubisky?
It is not Mitch Trubisky.
It's the Bears, though.
It is not.
Okay, I read Gabe's face wrong.
Okay, so if 2015, because Carson Palmer did do it in 2015, if that's too far back, and Case Keenum did it in 2017, where could this have happened?
I'm going to say 2016, Gabe.
Okay, all right. All right, there we go.
Let's go out to Brett. Brett is out there.
Yeah.
Brett,
I'm out here.
Can you complete our top 8 at 8 list?
All right, I'm going to say 2016 Atlanta Falcons, Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan in 2016 beat the Packers in the regular season, and then they beat the Packers in the NFC Championship game.
The Ladarius Gunter game.
The Ladarius Gunter game.
Never sleep on Atlanta.
What?
I love how Joshy turned the music off. He was like, turn off the lights, go home. This was pathetic. All right. Sweetest Day is coming up. We want to make sure that you are equipped to make that special day special for the special person in your life. And Welky's Sweetest Day giveaway on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee is the way to do it. From now through October 16th, you can head to welkysweetestday.com to register for your chance to win a Sweetest Day prize pack, a bouquet of flowers from Welky's Milwaukee Florist, and a $100 St. Kate gift card could be yours to share. To register and for full contest rules, just head to welkysweetestday.com. I believe Sweetest Day is October 16th, gang, so go ahead and mark your calendars.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Southbound 43 still is backed up from before Silver Spring all the way down to about Burleigh. So give yourself that extra time. Northbound 4394 is a bit backed up out of the Plainfield curve up to Oklahoma Avenue. Eastbound 94, watch for the main delays between 84th Street and 35th. Westbound is slowing down from Highway 100 all the way through into Waukesha County. We're out past a broken down vehicle on the left shoulder just past Moreland Road. So give yourself some extra time through there as well. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, sunny and pleasant, a high of 61 tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 50. Weather's brought to you by Avondale Roofing, trusted since 1988 to keep you and your roof covered, no matter the weather, rain or shine. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic.
Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds, flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water.
Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular.
The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature
will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman.
Bellamare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist,
the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bellamare collection is available only at Kessler's.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with AccuTrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use AccuTrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. AccuTrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at AccuTransGroup.com.
Escape to Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan, Wisconsin, where everything is better at the lake. Dive into endless outdoor activities, including boating, fishing, and paddleboarding on the serene Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course, or unwind in the award-winning Calidora Spa. Enjoy gourmet meals at 1878 on the lake, casual bites at the Lookout Bar and Eatery, and sweet treats at the Isle of Capri Cafe. Explore Delavan Lake's stunning shores and historic landmarks from the comfort of their 76-foot cruise boat, the Lake Lawn Queen. Book your stay today at LakeLawnResort.com.
Your neighbors are talking. Did you see their siding? Yikes. That drafty window? It's basically air conditioning. From nature. Don't be the scary house on the block this fall. Call Exterior Pros and Baths and get $3,000 off your roofing, siding, windows, or bath project. No tricks, just treats. That's 262-800-4274 or click your way to extpros.com. Fall in love with your home again. Trust the pros.
Thinking about buying or building a new home? Start with a mortgage pre-approval from Great Midwest Bank and experience a state of tranquility. At Great Midwest Bank, we offer fast approvals and flexible options with experienced loan officers who understand the local market, because they live here too. Whether you're breaking ground for new construction or buying that dream home just around the corner, we'll guide you every step of the way. Bank with confidence and start your journey at GreatMidwestBank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
And then you have Raj, who I didn't think he just didn't have the body type of a right tackle.
I have a question. I have a question. Who the hell are you talking about?
What's his name? Yash.
Raj?
Like, I was thinking, okay,
Who's Raj? You tell us, buddy.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Something exciting is happening at St. Kate, the Arts Hotel. On the second floor, you'll now find the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, Milwaukee's destination for bold flavors, fresh sushi, seasonal entrees, and cocktails crafted with care. Start your day with breakfast that fuels you, stop in for dinner that sparks conversation, or linger late into the evening with drinks designed to inspire. It's the Studio, now on the second floor at St. Kate, the Arts Hotel. Stop by the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails. According to MLB.com, of the 34 previous teams to lose games 1 and 2 on the road in a division series with the current 2-2-1 format, Chicago Cubs, only 14 forced a game 4. Only 14 of 34 teams to lose games 1 and game 2 on the road were able to force a game 4. That, of course, bodes well. History bodes well for your Brewers. Of those 14, if you're curious, again, this according to MLB.com, only 5 were able to force a winner-take-all Game 5. Again, boding very well for your Brewers, who put themselves in a good spot, Gabe, by getting out to that 2-0 lead in the series.
Yeah, and again, they're still in the driver's seat very much and just trying to figure out what they want to do. I think that whoever they decide to start is the most important decision that they have to make today. Is, are we going to go with Freddy? Are we going to ride with our horse? Or are we going to wait? I know everybody keeps saying, hey, this is regular rest for Freddy. It's regular rest. The Brewers were giving an extra day of rest in between. Instead of just having the 4 days between starts, they've given an extra day so many times to Freddy. The last time he did on this type of rest, from Game 1 to Game 4, was in the middle of August. First game, he pitched against the Cubs, 6 innings, no runs, a hit, 6 strikeouts. And then he pitched against the Giants, a game the Brewers lost, but not because of Freddy. He gave up no runs on 2 hits through 5 innings and also struck out 6. So the last time he did, if it ends up being Freddy, the last time he pitched on this type of rest, he pitched incredibly well.
Is the weather going to be fine? No rain, right?
Do you not believe there's any rain in the forecasts?
Okay.
I think it's pretty much just kind of similar to what it was yesterday. But obviously just being a night game, so it'll be a little bit cooler.
And knock on wood, if Freddy Peralta does struggle, obviously they would have Gosser, is that what you're saying, as a potential second starter, kind of like Quintana was yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, Gosser's the one right now who hasn't pitched, and he can go a little bit longer. He can go 2-3 innings, get you a couple of extra outs. Around first pitch, it's going to be 57 degrees.
Okay. Do you expect all the horses to play?
Yes. Yeah, I expect, again, whatever lineup they put out there is going to be dependent upon the lefty-righty for the Cubs, but I would expect Perkins back in center. I mean, the only thing to debate, I think, would be who you want to put at first base between Bowers and Vaughn. And
you got to put Vaughn, right?
Yeah, but Bowers had a home run yesterday and also drove in a run.
Yeah.
So I think those are the decisions that you need to make, and I don't think you can really go wrong with either one of them.
I'm seeing here Matthew Boyd is who is expected to start because he would be on normal rest,
Thank God.
He's a lefty, so
Thank God.
then
you'd have your game one starting lineup. Please throw Matthew Boyd. Please.
Yeah? Why?
Please.
You seem giddy.
Well, because Matthew Boyd hasn't thrown well in like 2 months. They decided he didn't pitch well in their game against the San Diego Padres, then decided to throw him on short rest. Brewers lit him up then. Matthew Boyd's been struggling.
Matthew Boyd has a 6.08 ERA over his last 7 games, a 3-2 record.
Yeah. He has not thrown the ball well.
In 37 innings pitched in those last 7 games, he's allowed 39 hits.
Yeah, I mean,
that doesn't seem great.
The best he's thrown in his last 5 games was against the Padres in that game he pitched against the Padres, and he only went 4 1/3. Every other game he has given up multiple runs, including giving up 4 runs against the Pirates and 4 runs against the Rays back in early September. So he has not been throwing the ball well at all.
We put it on the Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Twitter poll this morning after the Brewers lost Game 3. A close one, obviously. They were able to chip away at the 4-run lead that the Cubs established early on. How are you feeling? What's your Seinfeld measure of concern, level of concern, yada, yada, yada? Oh, I'm stressed. I'm freaking out. Some votes in. And shockingly, guys, very few people are freaking out, only 7% right now. But yada, yada, yada and oh, I'm stressed are neck and neck with 45% of the vote and 48% of the vote. So there are some people out there who are stressed, who worry that by losing Game 3, you opened the door for the Cubs, allowed them to ride some momentum, another game at Wrigley Field where the crowd will be loud, it will be a hostile environment, and there might be concern. They're stressed. They're stressed is the space that they're choosing to exist in right now.
So in 2 regular season games against the Brewers this year, Matthew Boyd, the Brewers hit .293 against him with an on-base percentage of .400, 8 walks, 5 strikeouts, 2 home runs, 3 doubles.
8 walks?
Yeah. And he gave up 9 runs on 12 hits.
All right, well, bring that guy out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You see why I'm giddy about Matthew Boyd? And if you're looking for a place maybe to watch the game, head over to X Golf inside American Family Field. Beautiful view of the stadium. But also maybe you're thinking about a great place to throw a great get-together, whether it's for the holidays, a bachelor party, or just some sort of family gathering. X Golf at American Family Field presents a unique space. I mentioned the great view of the ballpark inside American Family Field, but it also has it's a huge space, 7 different golf simulators, but plenty of other space for everything else you want to do. They've got a full menu. They've got the bar inside there. So find out more, xgolfamfamfield.com if you want to throw your holiday party out there and impress everybody by having a unique space that only exists here in Milwaukee with X Golf inside American Family Field.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN. All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Turn those hoop dreams into reality with Precision Sports, your one-stop shop in southeastern Wisconsin for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator basketball hoop systems. Installation of new or old hoops and completely customizable painted court lines. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
Saturday, October 11th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., Mentality is hosting a health fair at 2323 North Mayfair Road in Wauwatosa. Take a free cognitive test, the first of its kind FDA-approved brain health screening in just 10 minutes, and get labs with a donation. Plus amazing giveaways, and here's the best part. It all supports Ignite the Spirit, helping Milwaukee's firefighters and their families. Mentality clinics are backed by science and delivered with care. Mark your calendar for Mentality's Milwaukee Health Fair, Saturday, October 11th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Be there.
Hey, it's Jen Latta, and I just had my walk-in closet redesigned by Closets by Design. Doug and his team in Mequon were amazing, from the first consultation to the final install, and now I have a beautiful, organized space for all of my clothes. They really brought my vision to life. Locally owned with the backing of a trusted national brand, they deliver expert design with a personal touch. Get 40% off plus an extra 15% off, and take advantage of 18-month free financing. Visit closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN. And don't forget to tell them Jen from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy sent you.
What if you could instantly find whatever you need exactly when you need it? We're talking everything from parking spots to holiday gifts to the perfect shoes in your size. Think of all the time you'd save. While you may never instantly find these things, if you're hiring, you can find qualified candidates right away. With ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology works fast to find top talent, and their advanced resume database lets you unlock top candidates' contact info instantly. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL.
Hey, Doc, nice office. Quick question. If you had to choose, would you give yourself a root canal or run payroll?
Run payroll, no question.
Seriously? Well, have you run payroll before?
Paying my team with Gusto couldn't be easier. Gusto gives me unlimited payroll runs, next day direct deposits, and automatically files my taxes. Saves me time.
Wow, that's nice.
Over here, Doc. Can I run payroll too?
Choose payroll without the pain. Visit gusto.com/radio to sign up for free.
Out here, days are getting a little cooler, and mornings are starting with a few more layers. It's the season for more time at the grill, more feed for your animals. Heaters burn late into the night, and the woods start calling your name. We appreciate hard-working hands, shared moments, and love for our land. That's why season after season, we're here for your life out here. Tractor Supply.
Tailgate season is on, and Monster Energy flavors are bringing the heat. Crack open the wickedly creamy citrus blast of Orange Dreamsicle, or ride the shockingly smooth wave of Electric Blue. Both packed with real sugar, bold flavor, and that legendary monster kick. This is the energy your game day deserves, so grab your can and unleash the beast.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash game show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Unbelievable that they ran all over this vaunted defense.
Why did
elite defense?
What Kool-Aid? Why? It was poop Kool-Aid, and we gobbled it down.
On 94.5 ESPN.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. October 10th is World Mental Health Day, and this year we are saying thank you, therapists, because therapists do a ton. They really help us through the challenging, tough spots in our life. I know I could speak from experience. 15 years I've been doing therapy, and I cannot stress enough the benefit on my life and on my family it has had. They do an initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. It's a short questionnaire. They help identify your needs and your preferences, and then they use their dozen years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate to get it right the first time when they match you with a therapist. But heck, if it doesn't work out for you, you can change therapists at any time. I almost said transfer. You can transfer therapists at any time. It's World Mental Health Day on October 10th. Let's celebrate the therapists who have helped millions of people take that step forward. And if you want to take a step forward, our listeners get 10% off their first month. Call, well, I don't know who you call, but you check out BetterHelp and you use the keyword timeout, and that will get you to BetterHelp, because we're all better with help. Checking out the Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Twitter poll very quickly before we let you go today. We asked you about the Seinfeld scale of concern. We told you that yada, 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 and oh, I'm stressed are neck and neck on the poll. Go ahead and weigh in on that. But we also asked you, do you want Freddy Peralta to start Game 4 and hopefully close out the Cubs tonight? 75% of people said, heck yes. Let's get him out there. Run out our horse. Get our guy. Right, Chew?
Yep. Steady Freddy.
I mean, Chewy,
my guy.
will you be in bed 8 o'clock start here,
No,
9
I'm
o'clock
not-
start.
I got a target time of 10:30.
I'm going
I
to
think
bed.
the game will be in hand. I can go to bed, watch highlights.
Hey,
and
hey,
it'll be
right.
fine.
Hey, I'm proud of you, big guy. I'm proud of you.
Yep.
You
Okay.
pushing the limits, stretching yourself a little.
He means 9:30.
Well, you'll
Yeah.
check tomorrow, okay? We'll be in Tausch's next on ESPN Milwaukee.
Southbound on 43, just a little bit backed up